Welcome to the Little Hut Podcast. My name is Kimberly F. Brown, Self and Little Cleveland, and Brown, Brown, Brown. That damn Brown on Cleveland. Wednesday evening podcast. Yeah. Mm. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Little Hut Podcast. Brown on Cleveland. Self and little Kimmy is here on Wednesday evening. It's 10:02, and of course, I got my two listeners right now. But by the next 48 hours, I will probably have 4.1K. So let me say that to my haters, to my haters, to my haters. At any rate, hey, good evening to you and yours. Old girl just got up from a nap. I'll tell you, boy, when you get older, you can't wait to get home and take a nap. Boy, I was tired. But listen, let's do this right quick because we got two things we need to talk about within the next 25 minutes because your girl got stuff to do upstairs and I don't have time to play with my haters tonight. And my supporters, I love you guys so much. But listen, don't forget about Aletha Johnson of Dream Team Realty. If you're looking for a single home, duplex, commercial property, new development, call her at 216-375-3681. If you're looking for t-shirts, the one that I have on, like shake your pom-poms, shake your pom-poms, damn it, shake your pom-poms, call Angie Marie. She's the owner of New Beginnings 1111 Creations. So she got t-shirts, hoodies, jackets, tumblers, mugs, anything you need for election 2025 and November 4th, she got you covered. She can be reached at 216-395-7335. And don't forget that if you're looking for some of the best soul food in the region, please go by Flavor Southern Cuisine Restaurant located in Garfield Heights at 12540 Rockside Road, Garfield Heights. And don't forget that if you are a daycare owner and you need breakfast or lunch catered to your little people, then of course, Rhonda Stubbs, call her at 216-510-0919. Again, welcome, welcome, welcome to the Little Hut Podcast. Yeah. All right, y'all, let's get down to business real quick. Look at the bottom of the screen. The bottom of the screen, you see the scroll. The scroll has all of our endorsed candidates. And unlike any of the media, this is what we do for you guys. However, Kimberly Brown, I'm not too happy with some of these folks. Don't forget, you guys, that tomorrow, September 25th, it's the last day. It's the last day that you can get an ad in the upcoming Brown Report newspaper. And I know darn well if we have endorsed you and you're on the scroll and people are seeing your scroll 1,000+ times every time they click on a Brown on Cleveland Little Hut podcast. Woo, hopefully I'll see an ad in the paper. So the other thing we added real quick is that those people who advertise with us, they're going to begin to see their name, their company in the scroll, in the scroll, in the scroll. What we offer with our newspaper, we offer something that no other media in this country offer you with a cost that's very cost effective. So again, tomorrow is the last day you can reserve your ad space. Give me a call. You know my number, right? And or you can shoot us an email and I'll be more than happy to help you and my business partner. All right, that's all business. Brown, 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 that damn Brown on Cleveland. Now, woo, let me say this to you guys. Everybody knows that the first Brown Report newspaper for 2025 is already on the street. And it is the most talked about newspaper. It is a hot newspaper. And some people are feeling the pinch and some people are feeling the clinch. But everybody loves the Brown Report newspaper. Why? Because our motto is simple. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help me God. And of course, we'll say, yes, we do. So if you have not received your Brown Report newspaper, door to door penetration, hey, all you got to do is inbox me or call me. And of course, if you want one, you can't find one, we will be more than happy to walk your street as long as there aren't any dogs or bring it to you. Now, you tell me this, what other media is going to do that? Nobody but the Brown Report newspaper. Brown, 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 that damn brown on Cleveland. And if it's delivered, you may get it delivered by Kimmy, self. Well, probably not Kimmy because we don't let Kimmy come outside too much because her mouth is a bit jazzy. Or yours truly, Brown on Cleveland. All right. So we got that out the way. So tonight, I got to talk about this real quick about one of the dumbest comments I've seen on social media in quite a while. And I saw this post a couple of days ago, and then somebody started sending it to me. And I wanted to talk about this real quick when I saw that a manager, or I think her title is a director or manager. I'm not really sure, but I know she's in a leadership position and she wants to put something on her Facebook page. And remember, people can put whatever they want to put on their page. There's nothing wrong with that. But people are going to look at stuff and they're going to send it to other people. And that was just something I just didn't agree with. And that doesn't make me wrong. It doesn't make me right. It just simply means that Kimberly Brown has an opinion, and most of y'all could care less about my opinion, but I'm still going to give it to you. All right. So the post says something like this: experience is not needed. You can learn on the job. That is true. However, in order to even get to the point of learning how to do something on a job, they still want you to have some type of experience. So we don't need to put things out in the atmosphere, right? In space, in orbit, that will confuse people. People are already confused enough by the untruths that they tell because they have a title. Stop just listening to people just because of a title, because some of them people end up going to jail or they go to hell. And you don't want to be a flunky or a dummy or go to hell or jail. You just want to do you and live the life that God has given you. And of course, we know that we don't know how much time we have on this earth, but we definitely don't want to spend it in an orange jumpsuit. There's nothing wrong with blue, but not an orange jumpsuit. And we don't want to spend it behind bars. So tonight's podcast, real quick, we're going to discover the consequences of overlooking experience in various aspects of life. What happens when you ignore experience? Well, it may just rain on your head. This is a thought-provoking video that examines the significance of experience and the potential consequences of disregarding it. All right, we're going to talk about personal growth to professional development and how experience plays a crucial role in shaping our lives and our careers. Now, my question tonight to you is this, and please, the chat is open. The chat is not open to my cyber stalkers, only to concerned listeners. You can agree or disagree, but not to my cyber stalkers. And plus, most of them I think I blocked anyway. I'm not really sure, but that's a whole nother conversation, right? But the question tonight is, If you needed your roof replaced or a simple repair, would you hire someone who has never climbed on top of a roof? Would you hire someone who has absolutely no experience? Would you hire someone who never even held a shingle? Would you? The question is, would you hire a roofer who has never completed a roofing job? I'll wait. Let me answer for you. There's a small percentage of people who would, let's be honest. But the majority of people who own homes and who value their property and who's in their right mind, they would not. And the reason they would not, for one, is because most people have insurance. And insurance companies are not going to allow a bootleg roofer to get up on your roof and do any repairs because insurance companies want to make sure that the company or the person is bonded, certified, and bona fide. They want to make sure that they are a reputable company. If you don't believe me, go ask somebody or call your insurance company. 48 hours ago, I was over in a community and I was dropping off newspapers. I ran into a senior citizen in the city of Cleveland. And when I was handing her a newspaper, she requested that I come into her backyard because she was asking me if I knew about any programs that would help seniors get their roof repaired. Well, I told her, well, contact your council person, call the city of Cleveland and see what they have to offer. When I went in her backyard, I saw this hole on top of her roof. Her shingles had fallen by the wayside. And I asked her, I said, well, how long has your roof been like this? She says, oh, for quite a while. She says, and last year I hired a gentleman, and what he did, he put, I guess he replaced some wood and shingle. She said, but then after a month later, it started raining in my kitchen. So for a whole year, this lady's roof has been messing up her kitchen. Well, you know why? It's because she allowed someone without the experience necessary to climb up on her roof, make a repair, and the person who went up there knew darn well they weren't qualified for the position, but they took the job because they just wanted some money and they could care less about her general welfare. Brown on Cleveland, experience matters. We got people today who are running for an elected seat. And because they are cool with or they have a relationship with other elected officials, from mayors to governors to county council people, whatever the case may be, they think that the relationship itself makes them qualified. It makes them qualified. So they go to these endorsement meetings, they shake their pom-poms, they give a halfway decent stump speech. People collectively get together and give these jokers an endorsement. They will endorse people who don't even vote. They will endorse people, support people, approve people who does not have the necessary education nor experience to get the job done. They support people and refer people to other people like other voters and constituents simply because I like them. They do stuff like this simply because some council person or some mayor or some group member told them that this was the right candidate for the position, yet and still, the same people who are giving these endorsements and making recommendations and signing their name on a dotted line don't even know the position themselves that these people are applying for. Brown on Cleveland. Experience matters. Let's look at plumbers. Would you bring a plumber into your home to change a pipe that he or she has never done before? You would not. Only a dum-dum would do as such. If you needed surgery, would you want someone who's qualified to complete your surgery? Or would you take someone who's never conducted a surgery to cut you up and try to heal you? No, they wouldn't heal you. They would probably kill you. So, no, you would not. Would you have a caregiver come to your home to take care of your mom and your dad, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your uncle? And they have absolutely no certifications, absolutely no training. Most people would say absolutely not. Experience matters. Let's look at this. I remember in the early 2000s when I worked for Berea Children's Home. I would work my 8:30 to 5 o'clock job, and from there, I had a part-time cleaning job. And I remember when I applied for my cleaning job, that interview was more intense than the interview I had with Berea being a social worker. You see, because even cleaning jobs requires you to have some type of experience, especially if you're cleaning medical facilities. Why? Because you have to know how to sanitize. You have to know how to clean the floors. You have to know how to clean the commodes, the sinks. You have to know how to clean the utensils. You have to know how to wipe down the mirrors. There's a certain way you got to do certain things. So qualifications and experience matters. So somebody may say this, well, Kimberly, if experience matters, then where do you get the experience? Well, you find you someone to sit up under. You sit up under that person, and I don't mean literally sit. You guys know what I mean. And you get hand-to-hand experience where you can document the experience that you have acquired. So therefore, when you go into a position, you can talk about your transferable skills. Your transferable skills. Experience matters and education follows. I am a landscaper as well. Yeah, Kim Brown can build radio studios, podcast studios. I'm a news reporter. I'm a podcaster. I have so many skills. I work for corporate America. It's crazy. I own a newspaper. Why? Because I have a lot of skills. And if I want to move on to another position, I can verify my skills by degrees and receipts and the jobs that I have held throughout my life. Experience matters. I'm going to read this to you real quick. You know, because I always got to Google stuff just to back up my claim of what I'm talking about. For people in the back, the side, and the front who don't understand that experience matters. Here's an article I got from grass.com. And this was a brief paragraph that one of the grass wrote. So follow me. It says, I am a recent grad. All my work experience so far has been on campus jobs such as tutoring or being an assistant in my department office. Recently, I was thrown off by a comment an interviewer made. I was being interviewed by the executive director and the marketing manager together. The marketing manager is who the open position directly reports to. The interview was going well, but the director began talking about how he was enjoying the conversation, but that he also didn't feel I had a lot of real world work experience. And he essentially asked me to convince him of my worth and my value. So it says that if you're asked a question about prior experience regarding something you've never done, the best way to answer isn't to say, no, I've never done that, or no, I don't have experience in that area. The best way to handle the question is to say something along these lines. While I have not had any direct experience, you want to go on and talk about your possible transferable skills. No one ever should ever say that experience does not matter and that you learn things on the job without experience. You begin to learn things on the job because your transferable skills, experience got you there. To put up a post and tell people that experience doesn't matter is a statement that should never be made. Kimberly Brown said it, Brown on Cleveland. I don't even have to ask self about this. Self Self said, you better have some experience. Self being funny. Self knows that I don't cook. Show don't. Why I don't cook? Because that's not a skill set. So why would I, Brown on Cleveland, go to a restaurant and apply to be a chef or a cook, knowing damn well I am going to burn the mother sucker down? Why? Because that's not my skill set. However, if you need a landscaper, hey, I'm there. You need a radio host, hey, I'm there. You need a podcast, I'm already here. You need a news reporter, a publisher, I got that. You need someone who has a master's, I got that too. And honors, I got that. I got a whole lot. But cooking, mm, I would never be hired as a cook. I can't go somewhere and say, I have no experience. So you think, I don't even think McDonald's will hire me. But you think that, what, Flavor, Southern Cuisine, Rhonda Stubbs is going to hire Kimberly Brown as a cook? She going to say, Kim, listen, you all right. I think she'll say that. I think she'll say, we cool. I think she'll say that. I hope. But she ain't going to give me a job. And I can't get mad because I have no experience. Here's the problem I have real quick. Let's look at this. I think, a lot of times when people start talking about experience doesn't matter, the only time experience does not matter, and I will never understand this because this is goofy, is when it comes to politics. Politics and politicians. This is crazy, right? The same person who talked about experience does not matter is the same person who criticized my stepdaddy, Donald Trump, the president. Everybody want to talk about, you don't have experience and he shouldn't be in the White House. Well, depending on what she just stated, my stepdad, he deserves to be in that White House. And for the dummies who will take this video and try to chop it up and edit it and put it back on their page and say, see, I told you, understand this. There's something called satire. So don't do that again, because when you did it before, how'd that work out for you? Face was on the ground, right? You look real crazy. So anyway, that's satire. But it's politics, right? You guys, not all you guys, but some of you guys will elect people to oversee your community, to oversee your municipality, and they have absolutely no experience. They'll handle city budget, and you got council people who are shaking their pom-poms for these non-experienced people, and they will say experience don't matter. Where they do that? Only in politics. That's why a lot of these people, they either go to hell or they go to jail. They go to jail, they go to hell. Stop saying experience don't matter. Don't listen to half of these group endorsements, because a lot of these people, they just want their little emblem on your literature, and you're really advertising for them. Why? Because you really probably don't even know any better. But this is why, I'm here. So stop saying stuff like this, because when you look at your community and nothing is getting done, it's because of people like this person out here talking about experience doesn't matter when it comes to politics. But here's the funny thing. I remember when their city was looking for a mayor, she was the first person back in the day to say, well, that person don't have experience. We don't want that person. But yet still, it amazes me now how the tune changed. And the only reason why the tune is changing is because now she's a flunky and a dummy. Brown on Cleveland, show this, say it, or show this, say it. And you know me, y'all, I ain't taking it back. Not taking it back, not taking it back, not taking it back. So listen, I don't care. Who you laughing at? Me or them? Oh, you got to be laughing at her. No, you ain't laughing at me. So listen, stop saying crazy stuff on social media, because I'm really trying to protect you. Experience, you guys, it does matter, even as simple as customer service skills. But if you're out here and you're trying to make decisions for the majority, it is my hope and my prayer that you will have some type of experience, and voters will expect you to do as such. You show me one bank in this here United States of America who will hire you as the CEO of a bank, and you have absolutely no experience. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Damn it. It's not going to happen at all. Stop living in an imaginary world when in fact, you just out here shaking and twirling and you're not telling the truth. Experience does matter, and people need to get experience. I'm sick and tired of people out here complaining, about their community, but yet and still, they'll go out there and support and shake their pom-poms for the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst. And then when things don't get done, they want to blame everybody but themselves. So that's it for me tonight. I just wanted to clear that nonsense up. I found that comment to be totally ridiculous. That's just what it is. Brown on Cleveland, y'all know me. Hell, I'm going to say it. It really doesn't matter to me. I'm going to say it. Oh, and one more thing. Let me tell y'all what I found out the other day. Well, I really didn't find it out. It was just confirmed. I kind of like when people come to me and they see me in the community, and after they say hello and they try to hold a conversation with me, here's what cracks me up about people. They let her throw like sideways shade. They let her throw shade. Yeah, well, somebody recently told me, they said, to my face, I appreciate them. They said, Kimberly? I said, yeah. They said, I've never seen you like this before. What do you mean? They said, well, I see the soft side of you because I was in a whole different element. I said, okay. And then they come back and said this. They said, you have a lot of haters. Why? Me? Why? I wonder why. Maybe because I'm just so intelligent. Hey, listen, why hate on me when you should hate on yourself and just do what's best for you? I think that people, they spend so much time and so much energy worrying about with what you doing. And if they take out that same energy of hate and worried about themselves, they can be as great as me and as great as you, Carolyn Watson. And there's a whole lot of people like us. But anyway, thank you for the sideways slap, compliment, insult. Don't matter, because I have a man that loves me and a mother who adores me. My name is Kimberly Brown, y'all. It's always a pleasure and a joy. I want to thank you so much for always coming inside the Little Hut podcast with Brown, that damn Brown on Cleveland. Talk to you Friday. Always Friday. Friday's going to be a hot, crazy show. That's the one to get people excited and mad and crazy about Brown on Cleveland. Shake your pom-poms, damn it. Shake your pom-poms. And don't forget, Tomorrow is the last day to reserve your ads for the Brown Report newspaper. And again, look at the scroll below. Look at the scroll below. Do you see your name? You see your name? Well, come tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Hey, listen, your name may be there today, but it may be gone tomorrow. Ah, brown, 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 brown. That damn. You don't have to be a star to be on this show. You don't have to be a star, but you better be bold. Shake your pom poms, shake your pom poms, shake your pom poms, shake your pom poms, Debbie. Brown on Cleveland, Kimmy, and Self. Thank you for joining us. You guys have a great evening. Bye. Damn, bro.